Hi everyone, and welcome back to the channel, and today we are checking out 2 more episodes of Star Trek Voyager. Today with episode 8 of season 1, Emanations, and episode 9 of season 1, Prime Factors. Last time on Star Trek Deep Space Nine, I absolutely loved the last 2 episodes. Eye of the Needle and Ex Post Facto were incredible episodes at the start of season 1, and they were episodes that showed me that Voyager knows what to do when it comes to dealing with themes and stuff like that. My biggest issue with Voyager so far is that it's felt very half-baked at times, but especially episodes like Eye of the Needle have shown me that Voyager knows that it doesn't have to be half-baked all the time, and so I'm hoping to see more episodes like that episode moving forward. And remember, you can watch Star Trek Voyager up to 3 weeks early over on Patreon, which means not only you can check out episodes 10 and 11 next week's episodes over on YouTube, which means not only you can check out episodes 10 and 11 over on Patreon, which are the episodes coming out next week on YouTube, you can also check out episodes 12, 13, 14, and 15 all on Patreon. That means you can watch State of Flux, Heroes and Demons, Cathexis, Faces, Jetrel, and Learning Curve. And apparently Learning Curve is the season 1 finale as well, so you can watch all of season 1 on Patreon right now if you're watching this on YouTube. Thanks so much for checking out. Let's get back to the video. Okay, let's dive into this episode now. I hope you enjoy my reaction to episode 8 of season 1 of Star Trek Voyager, Emanations.
5. There are 246 elements known to Federation science. We believe we have
That's a beautiful shot
of a Class D planet.
Okay, that's pretty sick. The 200.
The element has an unusually large atomic mass, over...
What? Material element?
Imagine what we could make with this stuff. Probe casings that could go into the core of a sun.
I knew it.
Ultra-thin reactor shielding.
Just what I was thinking.
Ensign, try and locate the highest concentration of the element.
The element is present in
Can the element make coffee for Janeway? Who knows?
Commander, you're in charge.
Hi, Captain. Mr. Kim, would you like to join us?
I wouldn't miss...
Of course.
The highest concentration is about 30 meters directly ahead. I'm picking up a large cavern in there.
Why are there spiders in this cavern? Are we on an asteroid?
The reading...
Just so many spider webs everywhere.
Commander?
What the heck, man? It's just
Appears
a
to be
dude.
dead.
A dude in the cobwebs. We'll name that dude Bob. Rest in peace, Bob. Everyone, hold up whatever is in front of you. I have a scrap piece of paper. Rest in peace, Bob. This paper is for you. Oh my god! Joe, and Frank, and Jill, Jennifer, Billy, man. Not my friend Billy. I can't believe they killed my friend Peter, man. I can't believe it. Okay, we're gonna try the lyrics that I did in the second part of the video again, if you remember those ones. Star Trek Voyager is flying in the Delta Quadrant. Delta Quadrant. Yeah, something like that. I think something like that works pretty well, don't you think? So I think that's gonna be the song from now on. The last Delta Quadrant probably is going to go away, but I think that first, I think I've gotten it. I think I have the song curated, but please let me know if there's any revisions that you would like me to say. Just for that opening. I don't really need a song for the entire video, just for the opening segment.
Some have been here for years, others no longer than a few days.
Oh, wow.
In fact, one body arrived less than 12 hours ago.
Why do people keep coming to this flippin' asteroid?
But from the position of the arms, I'd say we're looking at some kind of burial site.
Burial site.
The element we discovered.
It's emanating from...
She really wants that element.
I recommend we leave these bodies in peace, Captain.
However, Mr. Kim has a different opinion.
With all due respect,
Kim wants to desecrate a burial site.
this is our first contact with this race. And I think we should be learning all we can about them. It's a unique anthropology.
Okay, but maybe not in a burial site.
But whatever belief this race has, they clearly meant for their dead to be left alone.
Yeah, I
and I
agree
think we
with
should
Chakotay
respect
here.
that.
I think it needs to
I'm
be
afraid I
respected.
agree with Commander Chakotay.
Yes, thank you, Janeway.
Very well. Keep me informed. Janeway out.
All right. The only senses you have left are your eyes. Concentrate.
But it's so dark.
Commander, thanks for letting me voice my opinion to the captain.
I
It's a bad
remember the
opinion
first
here,
time
but
I
it was
went on a tour.
It was an okay opinion, I guess.
I desecrated that man's grave.
Well, I think I found out about all I can with my eyes.
Really?
Yeah, spider webs, dark cave, people on the ground.
That they're naked says a lot. It means this race doesn't believe in dressing the deceased. And the lack of artifacts
true.
could indicate they don't believe any worldly goods can be taken into the afterlife.
Ah, that is true. I like Chakotay in this episode.
Afterlife at all.
Look at the position of the arms and hands.
I want a Chakotay episode. I feel like we've kind of forgotten about him in the past few episodes.
All indications that this culture has a great deal of ritual associated with disposing of the dead. That normally indicates some belief in the afterlife.
Dude, this guy's a genius.
Good point.
That is a
However,
good
some
point,
archaeological digs on the Klingon homeworld.
I want to hear what he was going to say.
Distortion is forming. Some kind of subspace vacuole.
What?
Chakotay to Voyager. Emergency beam out.
We're having
They can't. They can't. You're stuck here with the void.
bridge to transporter room 3. Do you have them?
Subspace distortions from the vacuole are interfering with the transporter lock.
Oh my god, they're stuck in limbo.
I think I've got them.
Where's Harry? Where's Harry?
Chica-
Why is Harry dead?
Seska, initiate emergency transport procedure 21 Alpha.
I'm already on it, Captain. It's no use. His pattern's gone. And the
He's
subspace
gone?
vacuole has disappeared.
No, he must be in that white void.
I'm showing signs of electrical activity in the brain. It looks like she died just a few minutes ago. We might be able to revive her.
That's insane.
What do you suggest we do, Commander? Kim's gone. She's the only one who might be able to tell us what happened.
It's a way to get Kim, and I want Kim back, but at the same time, I understand Chakotay's point. What the heck? Hello. Hello.
In the next emanation. This is both her sacred duty and her great
And Harry Kim's gonna pop out of here. What's up?
of her, so that when we enter the...
This is all part of the process. What the heck? They're like, how did she change? How did you change? Are you a god?
Monsieur Duke. But I'll see you in the next emanation when you're ready to join.
He's dying? He's sacrificing himself or something? For what?
I will.
He looks very healthy to me, unless there's something... Maybe he has a sickness, but it kind of looks like he's volunteering to die.
Who is that?
We're not sure yet. We think he came from the next emanation.
Oh, that's
The next
interesting.
emanation?
I think he's from the afterlife.
I don't think there should be any further discussion about this until he arrives.
Don't be so nosy.
Then there was some kind of subspace phenomena.
What do you mean you saw dead people there?
Do you think that they see their dead people disappear and they assume that the dead people have gone somewhere else to the next emanation, but they don't know that the dead people are on this asteroid?
Just of this facility.
Ensign Harry Kim of the Federation starship Voyager.
They have no idea what that is, right?
See. What race are you from?
Yeah, because they're in the Delta Quadrant.
What does this mean? Rest, Hatiel. There's no need for concern.
I would be pretty concerned. I think it's exactly what's happening. They think that the bodies are just disappearing into the next afterlife, but they're actually going to this asteroid.
Rings around your planet.
There are no rings around our world.
What?
So,
How far away are they?
Where you are now is in the world of the living. Where you came from was another dimension.
Nope, not at all.
You return from the next emanation, the afterlife.
Can you imagine if Voyager is actually in the afterlife? That would be such a random twist.
Explain.
As her tissues decayed, the cell membranes broke down into a biopolymer resin, which was then excreted by her epidermal layer.
Wait, that's so weird.
My guess is it's a natural decomposition process for the species.
But so cool at the same time. They kind of look cool though, these aliens.
Hello.
I know this must
She thinks she's in the afterlife.
Where's my brother?
be your brother. I'm afraid he's not here.
But he's supposed to be here.
Yeah, she thinks she's in the afterlife.
You're going to be all right. We revived you because one of
This
our...
is the next emanation?
Nope.
This is the afterlife?
Nope, not at all.
You're on a starship.
This can't be right. My brother's supposed to be here. Something's wrong.
Let me explain.
This shot of Janeway and the Doctor is really good. Chakotay is like, kinda told you so. Is Harry Kim worth this? Is he really worth this? I think if Neelix had gone, they would have left him. Just saying.
You are the first person ever to come back from the afterlife. I have quite a few questions.
I'm sure he does.
Dead bodies?
It is the afterlife. It's dead people afterlife.
There were...
Technically, everybody in there is dead.
We go to some asteroid and decompose?
Yeah.
Well...
I wonder if they thought... they probably thought that the bodies, physical bodies, actually got there too.
I would like to start a complete bioanalysis as soon as possible. If you'll just follow Dr. Renora.
What? That's crazy. He's gonna get a flippin' autopsy.
We've completed our analysis of the ring system. Our sensors have detected over 200,000 alien bodies on various asteroids.
Oh my god, so all their bodies just go to the asteroids.
At least now I have an idea of what might have happened to Mr. Kim. Is there anything I can do for you?
Well, I'd like some answers.
Yeah, she's like, why am I not in the afterlife?
We're not sure exactly.
No one knows really what happens when we die.
I'm not sure what you mean.
We're supposed to evolve into a higher level of consciousness when we die.
So maybe you don't need your body to evolve.
But please try to understand. Just because I don't have the answers to your questions doesn't mean there aren't any.
Yeah, I love that line, Janeway. And just because we might have answers doesn't mean they're the right answer.
So, what am I supposed to do now? Spend the rest of my life on this starship?
No, we'll try and get you home.
Maybe we should get out of sick bay and let you walk around for a while, clear your mind. Maybe get something to eat. Are you hungry?
Yes, actually, I could use something to eat.
Just don't eat Neelix's gravy coffee. Don't eat that.
It's right here in engineering. Stand by.
Oh my god. It's right there. It's so cool though that the cells turn into that white stuff. It's so interesting.
What has he been telling you?
All he's done is made me stop and think about something we've always taken for granted.
This is so interesting.
Now that I've thought about
it. It's almost like religion and this guy's like questioning his religion.
Or why he's come here, or
so
why
adamant
he's
that
spreading
he dies.
lies about the next emanation.
What is
All
there?
I know is you can't throw away a lifetime of belief because of him.
But why wouldn't you want him to live longer? Like, why do you want him to die? Like, I know it gives him a higher power and stuff in her mind, but like, why would you still want someone to die? Why would you not want to live in this life for a long time?
I'll see you at the transference ritual.
Oh no, man. It seems like she's gonna get a lot of money from his will or something. She's like, come on, you could do it. You could die.
Forgive me for asking again, but can you tell me anything about what I might find in the next emanation?
Everyone keeps asking me that.
No one knows.
We're born, live, and die, just like you do here.
But you did see my people there.
Nope.
You said they were dead.
Oh, yes. Yep.
And all I saw were the corporeal remains of your people. And you do go on to a higher consciousness.
That's what I'm saying.
But
if you go into a higher consciousness, I feel like you're gonna leave. Oh, he has a bad leg.
Medical experts, philosophers, theologians, who have spent a great deal of time debating what happens after death.
No answers, though.
My people have come to think of death as just another stage of our existence.
As many cultures have.
It hasn't been easy. But I have to say, this is more my family's idea than it is mine.
So you got pressured into dying.
So there was a family meeting, and it was agreed that I should move on to the...
That's insane. That's insane. That family hates you.
It's not my place to judge your culture. But from my perspective, it's a little chilling to hear that.
I'm kind of judging it a bit, I'll be honest with you. That's insane. They're doing it, I guess, they know that you're going to have a better life.
Happy for me. And
but I would be so upset that I'm not seeing you. You know what I mean?
Little voice has started to get louder.
For me, I would love to believe in an afterlife. There's always that little voice that goes, but what if it's nothing? What if it's nothing? Which then makes me want to live life every day, you know what I mean? Make the most of every day.
3 bodies have appeared on Voyager so far, and each one of them has released some kind of neural energy.
So they're all alive.
The energy's frequency is identical to the ambient radiation in the asteroid field.
The people are making the rings?
The vacuoles have all formed within 20 meters of the warp core. They might be attracted to it.
You're gonna get a lot of bodies soon then.
And everyone before them. People die every day on my world.
People die every day on every world.
And we believe that their Comra is released into the afterlife.
Their Comra?
With spirit.
When we die, we're supposed to reappear as physical beings with arms and legs. That's the whole point of sending our people through the spectral ruptures.
Yeah, see, they thought the physical body would be there too.
And be reunited with our families.
That's why seeing the physical bodies were so insane, or hearing about the bodies, right?
Maybe there is a way to send Patera home and find Ensign Kim at the same time.
Explain.
What if we recreated the transporter accident? If it's true...
Recreated it.
But I've already been dead once, and I'm prepared to die again if necessary. So if there's a chance I can get home, I'm willing to take the risk.
Patera's pretty epic, dude.
Lieutenant Torres has found a way to temporarily protect the warp core against the vacuoles.
Wonder why
but she
Harry
is
doesn't
uncertain
just
how long her
go
measures
back
will be effective.
through the subspace thing. Because if the bodies get teleported whenever in that thing, why don't we just put Harry in there and then boom, subspace.
Good luck, Patera.
Yeah, good luck, honestly.
Wait a minute. The vacuole is shutting down.
Oh no.
I can't get her pattern through.
Oh no.
Abort the procedure. Pull her.
Oh no.
That's it. I've got the pattern.
Good. Oh my god. She started dying again. It's almost like instead of sweating, they become cobwebs. What?
Scan. This time extend the scan radius to 10 AU. I'm on my way to engineering. Janeway out.
Aye, Captain.
Ensign, beam her onto one of the asteroids.
I can't believe they killed Patera. What the heck, man? She was so cool.
It's not possible. We don't even understand how you got here.
Then maybe I can figure out a way to get back. Let me take a look at one of those cenotaphs.
Literally get in one, and that's it.
Community at large. There are many people who are very nervous about what you represent. Some even see you as a threat.
He represents a dissolving of the belief system.
What are you doing?
Preparing for the transference ritual.
This is a ceremonial shroud that's been in my family for 5 generations.
Kind of looks like a mummy outfit.
So they make you wrap yourself in your own death shroud.
That is
Something
insane.
we look forward to, actually.
Are you looking forward to it right now?
Wonder what was happening if I was all right, if I were hurt.
Oh, this guy, man.
What if you did disappear into the mountains?
But we fake.
But
and
your
then
family
Harry
thought you were
Kim
dead.
is the dead body.
Voyager's probably still near the asteroid searching for me. As soon as I appear, they'll pick up my signal and beam me aboard.
Yeah, see, this is what I've been telling Harry Kim to do the whole time.
Through with the transference ritual, you'll die. Well, if Voyager can beam me aboard quickly enough, our doctor should be able to revive me.
Yeah, true.
I've heard of cases where people have been dead for hours and still been brought back to life.
Wow, so Harry Kim actually might be dead. Clinically dead. Yes.
The shroud has to be wrapped in a particular way. I'll show you how.
Oh my god. This guy is so interesting. I love this character.
We prepare to send him on to the next emanation with the full knowledge and faith that the light he will find there is better than the light.
This would be kind of scary.
To understand the cosmos in a way that he could never have imagined.
Because they kill them right before they go, right?
I love you.
Do you really? I mean, you do, but do you really? Oh my god. That's terrifying. That's terrifying. That's so terrifying, dude.
Dampening field's down to 21%. The interlocks won't hold much longer. I recommend leaving, Captain.
Yeah, we gotta leave soon, anyways. Come on, Harry Kim. Die faster.
Very well. Mr. Paris, bring us about.
You can't leave your best friend, Tom.
Posited a human body.
Human?
But it's dead.
Go, run, run! You can't do anything else? Oh my god, thank you.
Relax, Mr. Kim. Everything's fine. You're alive.
Yeah, you're back. He was dead though, which means he must know. He must know the answers now. Somewhat, right? Unless death, it takes like 3 hours for the afterlife to kick in or something. Like as like a loading screen or something. He was just at the loading screen.
You wish you had more time in your youth to really absorb all the things that happened to you. It goes by so fast.
I think reflection is very important. I try and implement it in my teaching all the time.
And I want you to live with it for a little while. Write about it if you feel like it. Paint. Express yourself in some fashion.
Yeah, I think it's really important, actually.
None of it's real.
You just saw
they don't have an afterlife. They just decay inside those asteroids.
Are we talking about those species?
That neural energy their bodies release, it becomes part of the ambient electromagnetic field surrounding the planet.
So maybe they live with the rings.
Quantum density.
Are you saying you think they do have an afterlife?
I'm saying it's possible. She's saying it's possible. That's actually really cool. I'm really glad this is being said.
What we don't know about death is far, far greater than what we do know.
Yeah, of course. I think it's good to keep death a mystery. Like, I don't know if I'd want to know 100% that death is just a void of blackness and nothing. You know what I mean? Like, I always want that glimmer of possibility that there is something more. I just don't think I'd ever want an answer to that question. So, it's such an interesting episode. I like that episode. An episode about death, about a culture that believes in an afterlife, a culture that maybe have their belief system turned upside down, but then with this nice little, like, hopeful note at the end. Yeah, that was a good episode. Wow, Voyager is on a 3-episode streak right now. Let's go, man. Let's make it 4 with the next one. And that was my reaction to Emanations, episode 8 of season 1 of Star Trek Voyager. And yeah, a good episode. Another good episode. Voyager right now is on a 3-episode run. There were some shaky episodes at the start of the season, but we have had 3 episodes that I have thoroughly enjoyed back to back to back. So yeah, I'm happy. I'm happy that Voyager, it feels like Voyager, while still not reaching the highs I expected to reach eventually, and the episodes still being like, just decent episodes, solid episodes, maybe not great episodes or amazing episodes. It's nice to see that Voyager is starting to find its footing with these decent episodes, because if these are decent episodes, I'm going to love the great episodes and the epic episodes and the amazing episodes. So because I'm enjoying the average good episode, and if these are the average good episodes, Voyager is starting to find its footing with the average good episodes, then I'm happy with it. I'm happy with the quality that we're getting right now, because I am enjoying it. I think the theme of this episode of death was really, really interesting. I really enjoyed that the episode doesn't give us clarification. I mean, how is it going to give us clarification if we don't know what death happens after death now? Then how is anyone supposed to know back in the 1990s? I thought maybe they're going to make up some explanation, but I'm glad that they didn't. I'm glad that when Harry Kim was saying, like, all of this is wrong, because he died. So I thought maybe he was going to share his experience of death, and he was going to say that it was nothing, that there was nothing for him on the other side, and he thought he was going to imply that for everyone. But when Janeway was talking to him, she's like, I'm not quite sure about that. Like, that those like electrical impulses or whatever that kind of emanate from the body, they go into the rings, and the rings are dynamic and flowing and changing all the time. So what if that is consciousness in a way? What if that is their afterlife? So I liked that the show kept it open-ended, and I liked that the show kept it a mystery, but I also liked watching the culture kind of come to understand what happens with their bodies. And I thought it was a really interesting like story thing, like that guy who doesn't want to die anymore because he starts to question kind of the religion basically that he is in, while at the same time the episode felt like it wasn't hating on religion or anything like that, or hating on people who believe in the afterlife. It was very respectfully looking at it in 2 different ways, where like it could be wrong, it could be right, but who's to say? Like, have your own opinion of it, whatever, who cares, just like enjoy life in the moment and stuff. And I found that to be very, very interesting. That wife though, bro, she was trying to kill her husband. I swear to God, she was just like, yeah, you should die. I mean, the whole family goes like on a committee or something, and then they're like, they choose to kill the husband without basically him having a say in it, which I think is wild. I'm not trying to judge anyone, but I guess I am judging this culture here a little bit, where that's pretty crazy in my head. That is pretty crazy. And that guy didn't even want to die in the first place. So I'm glad that he escaped to the mountains with his friends. I think he's going to have a good time with his friends. While I enjoyed that this was a Harry Kim episode, I was kind of upset that this was not a Chakotay episode because he was so prominent at the start of this episode, and I just feel like the show forgets about Chakotay, man. Like, I swear we've barely seen him since the first episode. The first episode, he was pretty big, and then I don't even know, was the first episode the episode where Janeway gets her lizard animal thing? That might have been like another early episode. It might have been episode 2 or something. But besides like the first episode and then the lizard moment, what has Chakotay done on this show? And he seems so cool. He seems so wise and intelligent, and he's like the second in command or whatever, and so you would expect to get to know him a lot more by now. But I swear I forget he even exists on the ship. So when I saw he was like the main character at the start of this episode, I was like, oh my god, a Chakotay episode. Finally, I've been waiting for a Chakotay episode. Like, this guy is just always in the background. I want to see him do something in this show. And then it became a Harry Kim episode. We've already had a Harry Kim episode basically this season. So I was like, oh man, I just want a Chakotay episode because I actually don't know anything about him. But he was cool in the first 5 minutes of this episode when he was talking about like, let's not use the tricorders and stuff. Let's be very cautious with these bodies, like, because this could potentially be how the people want to bury their bodies, and obviously it turns out it's not true, but I still like the implication that Chakotay is saying. So yeah, I enjoyed that part from him as well. I want to see him more, man. I want to see him more. But besides that, let's get into episode 9 now. I hope you enjoyed my reaction to episode 9 of season 1 of Star Trek Voyager Prime Factors. That guy does not look happy with the food.
Very good. You take it?
Oh, it's gonna be Neelix's food too. It's probably disgusting. It's probably like worm soup.
Guess there are some things he keeps to himself.
Harry, is it true about you and the Delaney sisters?
How did you find out?
True.
Come on, Harry. There aren't any secrets on a ship this small.
It is true.
Oh, we did take that trip to Venice with them. The holodeck?
You gotta be kidding.
How are they taking a trip to Venice in the holodeck, but that the food replicators aren't working?
Harry, we're your friends. You can tell us.
Nothing.
It's not appropriate for work.
Talked. And then...
The clothes were off.
I think maybe Harry wasn't quite prepared for how voracious Jenny Delaney can be.
They fell out of the gondola naked together. That's what happened.
Both crews getting along.
That kind of bonding should improve performance and maximize efficiency.
I mean, yes, but it's also just nice.
Accept us.
Go to yellow alert and slow to impulse. Hail them, Mr. Kim.
Aye, Captain.
This is...
Oh, what a friendly looking guy.
What is the nature of your emergency?
We have no emergency.
But you're...
Okay, he kind of looks suspicious actually.
Why?
Because you are in distress.
Okay, Mr. Hawaiian shirt over here. He looked nice, but then when it zoomed in on his face, he kind of looked suspicious, you know what I mean? And then he said those words, and so he's pretty suspicious. Ready for the intro, guys? You're gonna sing along with me, now that the words have been sorted out for the moment. Star Trek Voyager, flying through the Delta Quadrant. Oh yeah, yeah, I think that's gonna be it. So I'm excited for this episode. I mean, the last 3 episodes have been bangers on Voyager, have been good episodes, solid episodes, decent episodes. So I'm expecting nothing less in this episode now as well. The last 3 episodes actually raised the bar for Voyager for me. Like, I liked it, but I thought it was okay. Now I think the show is good. I think the last 3 episodes have been good, like a solid 6, 7 out of 10. And that's a good episode.
It's very kind of you.
If I could come aboard your ship...
No thanks.
I have gifts for you and a proposal I hope you will find irresistible.
No, I'm sorry. I really don't trust you. You kind of look like a rat.
This would be perfect. Captain, I'm serving lunch in less than 2 hours.
We won't be long, Neelix.
This guy could have a deeper V-neck.
Do you know the planet?
Yeah, only stories about their...
Neelix is such a bad expert, dude. He was brought on the ship to be an expert.
Backstories about the ship of aliens from another part of the galaxy. People lost and alone, struggling to find their way.
Well, that's definitely them.
Respite
A vacation, if you will.
Okay.
Get away from the
Let's go to Ryza, baby.
We'd expand our selection significantly.
Sounds like all this would increase performance and maximize efficiency, don't you think, Miss?
Exactly.
We'll set a course and follow you in.
I could not be happier.
See, I don't trust this guy. I think this guy's gonna be malicious in some way, right?
Exquisite, isn't it? It's the latest import from the Destris.
Watch this be like the
spun
cheapest
from the
product on the
petals of
planet.
a flower that blooms only in moonlight.
Oh, that's actually pretty awesome, you know.
Made from these beautiful fabrics, and that it would give all of us pleasure to create it for you.
Why are they being so nice?
Are you a musician?
This isn't a musical instrument.
Yeah, idiot.
It's an atmospheric sensor.
Yeah, idiot. I would never have guessed.
To the dynamic variables in the atmosphere.
That's exactly right. Are you a scientist?
She's in love.
In a sense.
Harry, you're getting pushed out of the gondola again from this woman.
When I see you wearing that scarf, my pleasure will be greater than yours.
Little sus. Little sus.
Garrett Hotel. You may contact him to make any necessary arrangements.
We'll be glad to assist you in any way, Captain.
I'll find my officers and we'll return
Like,
to the
let's.
ship.
You don't have to keep the hand on her.
We'd be delighted.
Like, he's a little forceful, you know what I mean? There's just something off. And it could just be, like, his aliens culture, but I don't think so. Like, that hand was a little forceful.
Exaggerated.
So the whole thing exploded. And there we were. 70,000 light years from...
I told you. Gondola time.
But noble stories are the ones that can most affect our lives.
Oh, the touch.
It's no secret.
But stories are an essential part of every person's being.
I kind of like that, actually.
I would never share one without permission.
I kind of like that. It's very interesting.
I've got a few others, too.
You do? Come with me.
Oh, you're about to make a story, if you know what I mean.
I know a private place where you can tell me all your stories.
While you're naked, Harry.
My favorite place. I usually come here when I want to spend time alone, but tonight it seemed right to bring you.
Damn.
Tell me your stories. All of them.
Is she gonna eat the stories?
That is an amazing feeling. What's happening?
What's happening? Yeah.
Passion winds.
Oh my god, what the heck? This is a sex spot.
Come just before the dawn.
The dawn of a baby being conceived.
Say.
Bro, it's the horny dawn. That's what it is. The horny winds.
Alastria is about 2.5 billion times the distance between Sakaris and its sun.
It's almost 40,000 light years.
Whoa. Oh, they could get home with this technology.
Oh, we're going back. And I need you to tell me everything you know about that platform that got us here.
Yes. Harry Kim's not affected by no horny winds, bro. He wants to get home.
I hope that's because you are enjoying yourself.
I am.
Oh, no.
Captain,
Bro,
excuse
you
me
have
for interrupting,
you
but
have
I've
a
just...
boyfriend and a dog at home.
Extremely sophisticated. It operates on the principle of folding space.
That's something that's been theorized. But no one's ever been able to develop.
Look how smug this guy is.
Apparently, it's never been used to move anything as large as Voyager. But as I understand the principle of space folding, the size of the object isn't relevant.
Wow, interesting. So we could get so much closer. We could cut the time in half.
To break one of its precepts would undermine everything we believe in. I'm sorry. But there can be no exceptions to the law.
No exceptions at all. Not even a tiny little one, please.
Some kind of hospitality.
40,000 light years. Even if that's as far as we could go, it would still knock about 4 decades off our trip.
Yeah, I'm saying. That's what I've been saying. It's like half. Cuts it in half.
This kind of thinking is only going to make you feel worse.
It's the first time we've been on the other side of the fence.
True, and they have limited technology.
We have our own set of rules, which includes the Prime Directive.
Yeah, that's kind of cool.
Of refusing to interfere when some kind of disaster threatened an alien culture. It's all very well to say we do it on the basis of an enlightened
sometimes.
principle.
Like time and again, you interfered, but it ended up being not interfering.
Maybe they want something. Maybe they'll bargain.
But what do we have to offer? They seem to have everything they need.
I love this shot of Janeway.
Stories.
Yes, Harry.
We could offer them the whole thing. All the great literature of dozens of cultures.
What do you think, Captain? Would they...
Cultures outside of the Quadrant 2.
I'll arrange to meet with Gath. As magistrate, he has the authority to make this decision.
In the meantime, I'm going to take a look at that trajector platform. Maybe I can figure out how it works.
You think they'll let her?
If I find this law is negotiable, I'll make every attempt to get the technology.
But let's not go behind their back.
Their canon of laws, as we understand it.
Okay, good. Thank you, Janeway.
That's all.
Once they brought up the Prime Directive, I was like, I actually really like that they're making this comparison. Prime Directive and these people's laws.
Exquisite.
I don't want her to get it just because...
And what did you say you call it?
I would like them to be lost in space longer.
Oh.
A full library of the Federation's finest literature.
Literature?
Yeah, there he is. Look at that.
You certainly know how to tempt me, Captain. It's certainly possible. I'll have to meet with...
It's suddenly possible? I love that.
In the meantime, I'd like to enjoy every bite of this... How did you call it?
Pecan pie.
Pecan pie? Pecan pie. Who says pecan? Pecan pie. Pecan pie? I lost all respect for Janeway right there. All respect.
I wasn't concentrating. What did you say?
What's
You
up?
looked a million light years away.
Maybe 40 million.
My brother's birthday's in 4 days. Last year I promised I'd meet him on Nibok. So
She's gonna miss the birthday.
The folding of space should leave a subspace residue. If we can detect one, we might be a step closer to knowing how the trajector works.
Oh, they're gonna find out that you're doing research behind their back and they're gonna say no in the end.
I'm with you on this one. After all, it doesn't hurt to theorize.
I understand why Torres is doing this. I really, really do. But I have a feeling it's gonna be the downfall of them not getting it.
Would respond to her, and because it would look perfectly natural. I am prepared to accept your collection of literature in
really?
exchange for our trajector technology.
Wait, really?
There is a great desire here for new stories, and I want to be the one to supply them.
He wants to be rich. He wants to be a rich businessman.
He never had any intention of helping you leave here.
Jared is right. I know how much it means to you to get home. Please.
How much do I trust this guy? This is so interesting. 3 different
Consider my
parties
offer.
or stories
I'm sure you will decide it is a fair one.
trying to find the way to get home in different ways.
After all, it's a Sicarian who's making the offer.
But it's not above board. The captain is only going to deal with an official representative.
Yeah, Janeway will only deal with that.
Right. I'll walk you part way. I'm headed for bed.
Somehow, I have a bad feeling about this. It's just not going to work out.
I have a bad feeling about this. Such a Star Wars thing to say.
it means that we can sit here and let someone make the decision for us, or we can take matters into our own hands.
This one was a go-getter.
Since when do you talk like that? Do you think permission is more important than getting us halfway home?
Yeah, but this is a whole other alien species that you're going to steal from.
I have responsibilities.
And the main responsibility for everyone on this ship is to try to find a way home. Captain Janeway made that clear from the beginning. That's our primary mission.
She did say that in the first episode.
Just think about it. That's all.
But I don't know if I agree with this woman. I'll be honest with you. I don't know if I agree with this woman. I think taking it, like stealing it, like the shady business with Harry, it's shady. But stealing it is, I don't think you should steal it at all.
Or deal with a man who is willing to defy his own laws.
Not very pretty choices.
Yeah, 2 pretty ugly choices.
It is his law that is being compromised, not ours.
Yeah, but then you're still being shady.
That's what it comes down to. Do I compromise my almighty principles? But how do I not compromise them? If it involves a chance to get the crew more than halfway home.
Yes, she really wants to.
Is determine whether or not Gath is willing to use the trajector to help us. If
Yeah.
that possibility exists at all, you must explore it.
Yeah, I think that's true. Explore the right path as much as possible before taking the shady path.
About using the trajector.
Actually, I haven't. Some of them are traveling now, but I assure you I will do it.
I don't know, man.
Once they realized the trajector might bring us 40,000 light years closer to home.
Why are you so consumed with this desire to get home?
Because they're families. Do you not have families here?
Time, extracting pleasure from every moment. I promise you, you and I have many such moments to explore.
Okay, this guy just wants to push her out of a gondola as well.
You would lose those notions if you stayed with us.
You may be right. And that's why we have to leave.
Yeah, I don't want to lose that.
With an attack on our beliefs?
Where's the attack? Where's the attack?
I was just trying to illustrate the differences between us.
I don't enjoy being judged like this. It's very upsetting.
She was not judging you.
Your graciousness. It was never about giving us pleasure.
It's about giving yourself.
It's all been to gratify yourselves.
Damn.
You're hostile and vicious. You would infect the joyousness of our lives.
Okay,
you must leave immediately.
Why were you just inviting them to stay forever then?
Of course I did. I did everything in my power to persuade you to stay here.
Oh my god, man, you're such a man-child.
One to beam up.
She's going the sus way. She's going the suspicious way now. The shady way.
Oh, I wish I could. But I can't.
Captain, it'll take hours to get everyone up. We've got...
But Torres, maybe? Did they steal the Matrix?
Quickly as you can, Commander. I
kind of hope they stole the Matrix.
I'll be in my ready room.
Although I don't agree with them stealing the Matrix. I kind of hope they stole the Matrix just to stick it to that guy, you know?
We're under orders. B'Elanna, right now, our people are still fighting Cardassians. Dying for our cause.
Oh my god, I forgot about this. Yeah,
we
the
made a
Maquis
promise,
and everything.
B'Elanna. That
And just wait, the Dominion. They're gonna be joining for the Dominion War.
If that's true, I think we can use it as many times as we need. Until we're all the way home.
See, that's why I don't think they're gonna get this.
All right.
Like, the show's not called Voyager for 8
Let's do it.
episodes. Wow, but she said yes. Okay, let's see if we get it or not.
To the security subroutine.
Why would anyone do that?
Never mind. Beam me down. Are you crazy? Security will find you out before you get there.
Oh my god, yeah, Janeway and Tuvok knew.
When I attempted to download it, I noticed it had already been accessed.
You were going to download it?
I will make the exchange with Jared Hotel.
Oh my god, what? Dude, Tuvok, what a legend.
Energize.
Even Tuvok's like, yeah bro, I want to see my wife of flipping 36,000 years or whatever.
He'll be here. We certainly won't leave without him.
Well, what's keeping him?
Calm down. You're going to draw attention to yourself.
Oh my god, he's right there. Give him some time.
Give ourselves a head start by testing it now.
All right. But just a simulation.
Better be.
Karis has a mantle of tetrahedral quartz, 20 kilometers thick. The crystalline structure of the mantle serves to focus and amplify the trajector field.
That's actually pretty cool. So you can only do it once.
We'll have to try it now.
Oh my god.
Or forget it.
Do it.
I think you gotta do it now.
Then we can abort.
It's already in your hands.
Thrusters online.
Aye, Captain.
We have to do something.
Come on.
Mr.
I want them to do it now. They've already stolen it. Whatever, just do it.
Look how fast it's expanding.
That's the effect of the quartz mantle.
We're nearly at full field strength. This is going to...
So she's intense.
The plasma manifold is becoming unstable.
I can compensate for that.
Oh my days.
I can't compensate for the instability.
There's no way to compensate for a field that size.
Oh my god. You're gonna destroy the entire ship.
Bridge to Taurus. What's happening?
We're reading a warp core breach up here.
We're on it!
Oh, warp core breach is so bad, isn't it? I'm assuming it's just the whole ship dies.
I can't unlock it! The command matrix is sealed! Plasma temperature at 50 million Kelvin.
50 million.
Anti-neutrino bombardment has stopped. Plasma temperature dropping.
Sometimes you just gotta shoot it.
We didn't anticipate anti-neutrinos. The trajector could never be compatible with Federation technology.
Wow, so it's never gonna work.
Start erasing the sensor logs. We can blame it on the phase discrepancy. No.
We're not going to cover this up.
Yeah.
Are you crazy?
Take accountability.
There's no need for this.
I'm sorry if you don't get it, Seska. But it has something to do with being able to live with yourself.
Damn!
Unlike you. You've changed.
Seska, she's saying you can't live with yourself. She just roasted you.
Lieutenant Torres is not precisely correct, Captain. She was not the senior officer involved. I was. It was I who made the exchange.
Right?
The Federation Library.
So the fact that a Vulcan did this is crazy.
I need every person on this ship. But I want you to know how very deeply you have disappointed me.
Oh my god, I would not want that from Janeway.
If there are any further transgressions, even a minor one, You will no longer be an officer on this crew.
Oh my days.
Dismissed.
Janeway gives a good disappointed speech, man. Tuvok's like, oh my god, what happens to me, bro?
I want you to explain to me how you, of all people, could be involved in this.
Yeah, how did you logic away?
Someone had to spare you the ethical dilemma.
Oh.
I was the logical choice, and so I chose to act.
Oh, he actually did it to help you.
I expect to lose my commission and to be court-martialed when we return to Federation space.
You are one of my most valued officers, and you are my friend. I need you, but I also need to know that I can count on you. But it's not one I would have allowed you to make. You can use logic to justify almost anything.
You can, I guess.
From now on, bring your logic to me. Don't act on it behind my back.
Damn. Yeah, he went too far from the moral compass support that he's supposed to be. Damn, another fun episode, dude. Voyager 4 episode streak now. Janeway, insanely cool. Bro, Janeway is actually insanely cool. She's at the end there of the episode when she was just like chewing out the people, but like not yelling at them, just like disappointed. She was so good. The actress was so good. Yeah, what a fun episode. Again, a fun episode with a really good ending. I thought the ending of this episode was really, really good. And that was my reaction to Prime Factors, episode 9 of season 1 of Star Trek Voyager, and another fun episode of Star Trek Voyager. And this one about like just these aliens that are like these pleasure aliens. The planet kind of reminded me of Risa a little bit, which is that pleasure planet from Star Trek Deep Space Nine that everyone would go to and just like party on all the time. It's like that beach planet, you know what I mean? And then you had some weird things happen on that planet, you know, like Bashir and Lita got like divorced or something on that planet. Anyways, there are a lot of things that have happened on that planet in DS9, but it reminded me of Risa a little bit, where this is planet of pleasure, this planet of plenty, this planet of fun, and this planet of stories. But I just thought it was a very interesting planet. I wasn't quite sure what to think of some of the people on it, like in terms of if they were suspicious, if there was something malicious behind it or not. But then it turned out that it was kind of this weird thing where they seemed very nice for most of the episode, and then right at the very end, this one guy in particular, not even everyone on the planet, but maybe he represented everyone's kind of mindsets on the planet, but this one guy on the planet that Janeway was talking to, the main guy, he was basically saying like, oh, you should stay, blah 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 blah, and Janeway was like, no, we can't stay, but like please, we'll give you the stories and then we'll leave, but we can't stay. And then he's like blah blah blah, and he starts getting all like mad about it. He's almost like starts like whining about it like a man-child or something. And then he's like, blah, 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 blah. And Janeway's like, yeah, you would just throw us away, whatever. Like, you're just in it for your own pleasure. And then he was getting more mad about it. And I don't know. It just was like, I was like, is he the only one like this? Or is everyone like this on this planet? I wasn't quite sure. But yeah, it was a very interesting moment where he wasn't necessarily a bad guy. It's just kind of the way that his culture lives and his species live, but then he was trying to impose that onto them, and then he was upset when Janeway was like, that's not how I want to live, that's not how we want to live, and he was like upset by it. So I found that to be, it was kind of amusing that he started going to that rant, but then obviously that kind of rolled into Torres and those other two crew members wanting to get the Matrix, and then it turns out that Tuvok also decides to go take the Matrix. And then that whole end of the episode I thought was the best part of the episode. The whole end of the episode where they get the Matrix, they decide to go behind the captain's back, it doesn't work, the warp core breach almost happens, they save it last second because Torres shoots the Matrix. And then the Janeway chewing out scene at the end, the part where Janeway she's chewing them out, but she does it in such a calm, sophisticated way. She's not yelling at them. She's just, the way that she speaks, I don't know, but it's so good. The actress does such a good job as Janeway, just talking to these characters. And that end when she's talking to Torres and talking to Tuvok was definitely the best part of the episode for me. And I don't know, just when she's like, if you ever do anything again, even something minor, I was like, oh damn, Janeway, I would not want her to talk to me like that. Like, she's so scary. And then when she was talking to Tuvok, and she's like, you have to listen to me right now because I'm your friend, like we're friends, like we rely on each other, or like I rely on you to be my moral clock and stuff like that. So like this, like logic can be, any logic can be reasoned with at some point, but this is just like logic that I would not have accepted. And I just thought that was a really good moment. And then Tuvok's like, I wasn't in error, or the logic wasn't in error, but I was in error. I was like, oh, damn, there's some good lines happening right now. So the ending was a really good ending. And I really like seeing some repercussions that this episode took 5 minutes at the end of the episode to just show us the repercussions of doing this, disobeying the orders and stuff like that. I enjoyed it. And I really like that Torres had that moment of reflection in herself where she did what she thought was right by going behind the captain's back, realized it was wrong / it didn't work, and then she takes accountability for it, which is something she would not have done in the first or second or third episode of this show. So I really like that moment from her. It shows this small progression in her character. And then also I like that she was countered with that other Maquis lady. It's like she's like a Bajoran or something, I'm pretty sure. It's countered by that Maquis lady because it shows that Torres has grown as a character, because Torres and that other Maquis lady used to be on the exact same level of how they think, but now Torres has almost evolved a little bit, and she has started to become more aware of her responsibilities. And so at the end, when she was kind of butting heads and she's like, I'm sorry, you can't understand why it's important for us to apologize for this and take responsibility of it, it shows how much she has changed in these 8 episodes, and I'm excited to see Torres change in the future. She's becoming one of my favorite characters. I was a little iffy on her at the start of the show, to be honest with you, just because I felt like, I don't know, there was something missing with her character, but I feel something with her character now, and I'm starting to enjoy her on screen a lot. So I'm warming up to her quite a bit, and I'm really excited about that. So yeah, besides that, just a fun episode overall, and I'm glad that the Matrix didn't work, because the show isn't called Voyager for 8 episodes and then in the Alpha Quadrant all of a sudden. Like, I'm hoping that they don't get to the Alpha Quadrant for a while, because as much as it would be nice for them to get to see their family, part of the fun of the show is that they're stuck in a part of space that is very unknown, and so I'm hoping that they stay there for a while, that because that feels like the show's identity at heart. And so I'm worried that if they get to the Alpha Quadrant eventually, that the show will lose that identity. So, but we'll see. I don't know if they ever get back, or if they get back in the last episode of the show. If they could get back at the end of the season or next episode, for all I know. So excited to see when that happens, and if that happens halfway through the show or something, how the identity of the show changes or stays the same because of it. Besides that, yeah, thank you so much for watching, and thank you so much to these wonderful, beautiful, amazing people right here for supporting me and supporting my channel. It really does mean a lot. And remember, you can check out the rest of season 1 of Star Trek Voyager over on Patreon right now. That's episode 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, and 15, all on Patreon for your viewing pleasure. That's State of Flux, Heroes and Demons, Cathexis, Faces, Jetril, and Learning Curve. All of those episodes, all of season 1, on Patreon. So if you want to watch the rest of season 1 with me, head over to Patreon right now. You can watch it all, and you'll be jumping into season 2 3 weeks ahead of YouTube as well. Thank you so much for watching, everyone, and I'll see you next time for some more Star Trek Voyager.